Gonna play another inquisitive build after this one, so double shot should be useful. But I'm gonna make a lot of builds after this one, so I'm just gonna go for Colors of the Queen. Should be good too with all the attacks of the inquisitive tree. So let's just do it. There will be plenty of lives to go. Confirm. There we go. So that makes us able to go into the reincarnation process of an epic life. So I'll have to re-level up from 1 to 20. They should make that an option. The game should just remember what you did. Level 1 to 20. Because usually if you SthX, when you TR, you just want to keep everything the same. As you can see, I started with a rogue. In this build I went all the way intelligence, then some constitution, and anything that's left will be dex, because I needed it for my improved precise shot. So let's just pop it up. You need 17 for improved precise shot. And just cap out all your skills, because this is an intelligence build, which gives you a lot of skills. Next build I'll also be an intelligence build, but not with rogue, but with artificer and bard. So that should give me, for the heck of it, I always like to at least unlock stuff on the first level. Doesn't really matter. Randomize, randomize, randomize. That one's weird. Let's get that one. I'm a rogue. There we go. It's loading, it's loading. As you can see, every time you start a new life in TR, your whole interface just resets, which is very annoying. Especially for the settings you make at the back end. So you can use... you can save your interface by typing /UI space layout space save 1. Then you save it, and the 1 is just what you want to call it. So save and then just space and give it a name. And when you want to load it, you do /UI space layout space load space whatever you called your file, and there you go. Everything pops back into place. One thing of note, if you have multiple characters, it saves everything for the specific bars. So if you have 12 here, you need to have 12 opened for it to go here to this spot. So you have to use the same system on every character, and then it's pretty easy. Now, one thing that always doesn't get changed is the... Oh, I did. Disable chat content filter, because everyone is cursing all the time when they die, and I like to read what they are saying. So now we need to go level back up all the way up to 20, which really, as we are TRing after that immediately with the heroic, it doesn't really matter what you do here. Just what works fast and clean. Let's get some swim skills. Always good for the holidays. Favorite class. Get a student of the sword in there. I know there are people who are rolling dice to choose everything, which is pretty funny, actually. You get a very gimped out build, but you never know what you're gonna get, like the box of chocolates, which is nice. Which can be fun if you have a character that's just have all the past lives. It will be strong anyhow, especially in heroics. It's hard to die after a while, so your build doesn't really matter that much anymore. And then you can just go ahead and throw some die to see what feat you are taking. And there are plenty of computer-generated systems that can throw any numbers you like. So you don't have to get yourself a D20. You can just go to a website that does it for you, which is pretty fun if you are into that kind of thing. In my case, I only have 4 past lives, so I would like to make a decent build. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's why I'm aiming to get Eldritch Knight's Inquisitive build, because the damage is just too good for Inquisitive. Let me see. We need a fighter feat. You get like 8d6 or something, or 10d6 maybe, on your extra lawful damage, which is pretty nice. And then you get your sneak damage, which is also, for this build it was around 200, which is nice. Then you get 300 of your base damage from the bolts you're shooting, and some little things here and there that scale up with range power, which is all pretty cool. And a very long list of damages you do. So I'm trying to capitalize on that and get that lawful damage, and hopefully get some sneak attack from gear, not really in the builds in this one, and get that Eldritch Knight damage, which gives you some boosts for ranged and spell damage. Also, I will having some Bard levels, and it has the dashing weapons thing with the sonic damage that scales with spell power. So I've got the spell sword that scales with spell power, and then I've got the dashing damage from the Bard that scales with spell power. And I'm going Thiefling, and in the core of the Thiefling, the Scoundrel I'm gonna take, because I want to start at level 15, as the Inquisitive only gets interesting at level 12, once you get the No Holds Barred. And that will give me the fire damage that also scales with spell power. So naturally, the destiny I'm gonna be in will probably be Shiradi, because it's ranged destiny and it does spell damage on weapon attacks, on ranged attacks. So that all should scale pretty nicely. Of course, I don't have the Endless Fuselage back to back, but we'll see if that matters at all. I could also twist in prisms and try that, and just go for the legendary Dreadnought. Who knows? Now, once I'm done with this, the game will probably be telling me my inventory is overfull. It already is, right? Overflowing, yeah. I'll probably have to put on some stuff to make that disappear. There we go. So that's where we're heading. I think I'm gonna call this build the Scurvy Scoundrel. The Scurvy Scoundrel. Like a pirate. I'm quite interested in seeing the fiddle thing. Because I think every buff animation the Scoundrel has is all played on the fiddle. It doesn't do hand movements to cast stuff, it uses the fiddle. And the sound is pretty eerie. Really, it doesn't matter what feat I'm taking. What am I doing? What am I doing? So almost there, 2 lives to go. 2 levels, I mean. Oops, there we go. It's just the intelligence build gets so much skill points. It's nuts, especially in a rogue level. I'm gonna have... oh, this doesn't matter. Trapping skills too on the next build, because I'm gonna take Artificer for 4 levels just to try it out with the double Endless Future Large stuff, but also to get a Rune Arm, because Rune Arms do extra damage on your attacks, and Inquisitive builds get a lot of extra attacks. So that was the epic TR, and let's just hop back in the Reincarnation Cove. Bom bom bom, and do it again. I don't want to have a racial heroic. I want my rogue life. This is my heroic true heart. There we go. I'm gonna get a new life. I'm gonna get a rogue. I'm gonna get 2 points on my builds, which I already have, so that's bad advertising here. And I can respec my character, and I am level 20. So, SthX. SthX is my name, and Reincarnation is my game. Log out. Log out. And reincarnate. So I'm pretty winging this. I'm pretty much winging this, so this can go horribly wrong. But I want to iconic. I want to be female iconic. We're gonna go Thiefling Scoundrel. Next, I want to customize. I'm gonna focus on spell power. Now, because it's a bard, it's pretty obvious to go charisma. But I'm gonna go mainly wizards, and that's where my buffs are coming from, and my DPS. So I'm gonna go full intelligence. I like my HP. Now, as I am a bard, performance is pretty much charisma based, but spell power is intelligence based. And I want to max out my spell power, but I also want to max out my perform, because the Scoundrel has a synergy between fire and sonic damage, and I'm probably gonna focus on sonic damage from my rune arm and from my legendary feat, just to get some differences here in there. But here's another thought: if you get improved Scorch, you can Scorch about anything, and it gets vulnerable to fire. It doesn't matter how immune it was before, it just dies from fire. So I can just put all my eggs in the fire basket, so to speak. Oh, that's nice for Easter, right? The eggs in the fire basket. So let's just go for that and max out other stuff instead. I want to have the improved precise shot again, which means I need to get a few feats in order, and I don't have a rogue life to help me get there. Improved precise shot, I'm just gonna wiki it for a moment. Improved precise shot needs 17 dexterity, I believe, and 19 even. 19 dexterity, and I've got a +7 tome on this character, so effectively I could go with only 9 dexterity, but I would like to get my improved precise shot at level 15 at least. So when I level up, I'm gonna have it. Now, they always change the tomes when you get your points from your tomes. So at level 15 I need to be at 19 dexterity. My level ups are gonna go into intelligence for the DPS. And of course my skills as a wizard. So there's some synergy there. Improve precise should go tomes, stats, ability tomes. When do I get it? I have a +7. There we go. Here's the information. At level 19 I get the 7. At level 15 I get +6. So I can go with 13 dex. Let's get 13 dex in here. And we want to be able to use the bard spells. But the tome is gonna get that for us. So now I've got 13. +5 +6 is... I don't need these. I'm just going full index. Charisma. Yes, but I also need to get my perform up. Because some spells of the Scoundrel are based on perform. And not on charisma, as you would think as a bard iconic. But it doesn't. It doesn't take into account the charisma. It just gets a d20 plus perform skill. Because I want to try out that dot too, because I think that might be very, very efficient for bosses that shield themselves, because dot damage just continues to do damage and they die. So if I can crank that one up, that would be great. At 11 I'll get 5, so if I get 14 I could get improved precise shot at level 12. Let's just go for it. Alright, now I'm here. I want to have diplomacy because I'm gonna go inquisitive. That uses a lot of diplomacy. I don't want to use concentration because I don't care. I want to crank up my perform way up. And my spellcraft, pretty important. Fumble, important. Use magic device because I'm a bard, but also because I gotta get artificial levels. My magic device will be very high, so I'll be able to use anything at level 15 already, which is nice because I still have to try the tensor transformation on an inquisitive build. That should help a bit. I don't want to search, I don't want to spot, I don't want to intimidate, I don't want to heal, no, because I have very low bard levels. Swim, no. Form, yes. Well, it seems I have some points left, so let's get haggle to get some money. More money, more problems. Balance isn't that interesting because I'm always at range. I'm not gonna tank with this build or anything. Well, what the heck, let's get concentration. Still don't need concentration because I won't be close to mobs usually, so I'll be kiting and doing other weird stuff. Jump should be high enough. Listen, move silent. I don't think I'll have enough skill points to keep move silent and the other things up. I'll just do the search for, I don't know. Let's get heal. To heal up at shrines a bit better. Let's not get heal. Let's just do move silent and hide and see if we can keep it up. Now we need to focus because we need improved precise shots, and improved precise shot needs as prerequisite the 19 dexterity we just figured out. Point blank shots, precise shots. That's the two we need, and an 11 attack bonus. That 11 attack bonus hopefully will happen at level 15, as we don't have any melee levels. The build with the ranger and the fighter levels in it got 11 base attack bonus at level 12, which meant at level 12 it became very good with improved precise shot and a no holds barred, which was fun. But this one is starting at level 15, so we need to get it at level 15. Point blank shot is pretty much just free. We can get that at least immediately. And the precise shot only needs point blank shot. So let's just start at point blank shot. There it is. Now I probably need to get the rapid reload too, but I think I'm gonna get that one from my Artificer levels. I think, let's calculate this, so I'll have a good build at level 15. I'm gonna go 4 Bard, 4 Artificer, which could get me the double Endless Fugilage to try it out on a build for once. And I'm going 12 wizards, but I don't need 12 wizards immediately. I could easily go with less. I only need 4 wizards to get the Eldritch Knight tree going. And I've got 15, so 8, 7 wizards. And 4 arti and 4 bard. It's not barb. Bard. Which should get me to 15. 7, 4, 4. And which should get me to the most optimal start of this build. Access to anything I need for the ability points that I need. So let's get this one. I need to chant, and I need perform also for the bardic songs, but I only have 4 levels of bard, so not really necessary. I like Expeditious Retreat, but I can probably gonna get that from my wizard levels. So let's get the focusing chant. Pretty important. Sonic Blast, not that important. Master's Touch isn't important. That should do it. All fine. We can always... Ooh. Damn. Change spells later on. And as a wizard, you can pretty much get any spell. I only have 12 levels of wizard. I haven't even looked at what level of spells that get me. So let's see. That will get me 6 level 6 spells. If I get 13 levels of 13 levels of wizard, will get me level 7 spells too. I'm just gonna check out level 7 spells if there's anything important in there. Greater Teleport, Hold Person Mass could be cool on an intelligence build. Auto Spheres of Dancing, useful. Delayed Fireball Blasts with the spell damage could be useful. Finger of Death is always useful. Well, level 7 is pretty cool to have. And level 12 will give me level 6 spells, which contains Transformation, which is cool, which is pretty obvious. But I always thought, just like the Eldritch Knight buff, it will cripple your ranged. But it isn't true, it only cripples your casting. And I'm not really casting anything. Not a lot, anyway. Circle of Death, Shadow Walk, it's cool. Chain Lightning, it's like the best spell you can have in Heroics. Greater Heroism is useful for trapping and other stuff, and Global Vulnerability. I might drop one Bard life level. Drop one Bard level to get 13 Wizards, which get me those stuffs. But do I need those stuffs? What I'm gonna lose? What I'll be losing when I drop one level of Bard is Tier 4 from Swashbuckler, which I was planning to use. I was planning to use it to, let's see, Wind at my back. Throwing weapons, don't really care. While swashbuckling, hits inflict destruction or improved destruction. Well, I can be swashbuckling with light crossbows, so this could be funny. On hit, you gain a stack of armor destruction. 15 times of fortification bypass. 15%. That's not nothing, that's cool. But is it cooler than... Nothing is cooler than Hold Mass and Otto's Dancing. If you want to have a party, you need Otto's Sphere of Dancing. Roid. Let me check. Check, double check. Where did my swashbuckler go? So that's about it. And then you have your Rune Arm swashbuckling, which I need. While swashbuckling with a Rune Arm in your offhand. That's what I'm gonna do. Your Rune Arm weapon imbue deals an additional 1d6, but it doesn't scale with anything, so that's not a lot of damage. It is for if you're level 4, but it's nothing if you're level 30 or running around in epics. So I'm gonna need to swashbuckle with a rune end in my offhand. So I'm gonna be a cannoneer. While swashbuckling, I will be using resonant arms, which give me 6d6 sonic damage, which scales with spell power. Again with the spell power. And sonic damage is gonna be synergizing with fire damage. So that's... I'm counting on that being pretty freaking terrific. And then I get a different track, but that's only for single weapon fighting, which puts your intelligence to damage. I wish that would work for anything, and not just swashbuckling. But I'm curious to see, once I use the Inquisitive, making swashbuckling happening for... Ooh, that's a nice color there. I'm gonna use that. Damn, let me finish my sentence. Swashbuckling. Making it able to swashbuckle with Inquisitive and light crossbows, that would be nice. Right, let's see. How do we look? Well, that thing just looks like a very fancy pirate. I made this very dark Fiefling with something like this for hair, yes. And then very dark hair. Then I want to have some eyes. I want to have a different color of eyes. I made dark, gloomy red eyes. There we go. There we go. Now, what eyes do we need? Let's change the horns first, because I like the big and heavy horns like this. with some jewelry. There we go. This one's nice too. It's a bit rough. Rough. That one's nice. Ah, these are a bit more slim. It's a bit more elegant. But I want to have caps, not rings. Can't have caps. Too small. There we go. That's nice too. More dominant. And that's just like a buffalo, right? With I like me some golds. Well, that's pretty cool. There we go. What kind of lips? Oh yeah, and the eyes. Let's check the eyes out. This is cool. Cool. There we go. Dark, deep eyes that are obscured by the massive horn, right? So you don't see the eyes, you just see the points of the horns. I like that. Now, apparently you can change ears, but nobody's gonna see the ears. Let's get small pointy ears. Horns. Now, for the tail, I like the long tails. These. But they are clipping through everything all the time. Well, that's what I don't like. Also, what I've noticed is the animations for the female tiefling are different for the tail than those of the male. The male tiefling has a nice curvy, wavy tail when he runs, and the female has like a stiff tail that just wiggles a bit from side to side. And the male tail is like a snake movement. Also, when jumping, the tail doesn't really move, which I find a shame. Could be so cool, just like the whatchamacallit. These things, the robes, no, the cloaks. The cloaks don't. When you jump and you go down again, it doesn't go up above your head like it should when you jump with such a cloak, which is really a shame because they feel really stiff and unnatural because of that. I think the animation for the, now I'm thinking about it, the animation for the tail of the female is the same as the cloak animation, that just it wiggles a bit from side to side. It doesn't really do any wavy animation at all. And if you see a flag in the wind, you'll see some wavy action there. There we go. That's a nice tail. It's like a fish. That's just like the classic demon devil tail. Fishy tail, demon's tails, short tails. Who wants a short tail? Nobody. There we go. Let's go with this one. That's nice. Now, skin color. This can become even darker. There we go. Like, but a red dark is cool too. But I think I like the purple dark better. And so purple is red and blue, so nice orange would just, it's more a brown. Nice orange would be nuts. That's not what we're gonna do. Green is cool. Also dig this. What is it? Aqua? This is more aqua. This is just like a harsh blue. I like it. You just need to cool it down a bit, like this, so it becomes more natural. And that's the build. I think I'm good with this. Let's just check out a few more hairstyles. these just don't differ much, do they? More hair, more golds in the hair. Ah, this has a tail, this one hasn't. Let's go with this one. Does it counter? Yeah. We have the cloak here and the hair at the other side. I like that. It's a nice balance. Now, I need to check if there are any alignment restrictions with the classes I want to use. So I've got a bard, which is any non-lawful. That's because this is a bard, we can pick anything non-lawful. And these are usually the points where I discover my build idea is just isn't gonna work at all. And I shot myself in the foot. But the Artificer is just any alignment, so that's good. I think a wizard is free of alignment too. Yeah, cool. So we can pick anything. So let's go with good. Because I usually, if I can, I pick good. Because a lot of weapons, or not a lot, some weapons in the game, they can be used only by good characters or have special properties when you are good. Chaotic weapons might be a problem then, because you get a negative life, but I never use chaotic weapons anyway, so I usually just go for good, because I like good people, and who doesn't? I need to improved precise shots. I need to keep my wiki open, because I need to get my point blank shot I did, the precise shot. That's what I need. So, what do you think of the character so far? I think it should be good. I think it will stand out between all the red demons. Should be good. Hello, new visitor. Welcome to the stream. I'm just making a Scoundrel. The new Scoundrel from Sharn. And see if I can get an Inquisitive life on it. I'll probably be running 3 of these to get the past life. I think it gives 10% extra speed, a toggle, for every past life, up to 3. Which is not bad at all. As this is a new character, I don't have any speed things. So I think it's a good way to get that going while I do my wizard life and my artificial life. And I'll probably do a bard life too on this one, of course. I'm just checking what the past lives do. So 1 reflex save per past life up to 3. And yeah, you gain a toggle that gives a 10, 20 or 30% enhancement bonus to movement speed. Does not stack with striding, speed items or haste. Well, luckily I'll have some wizard stuff in this build too, so haste won't be a problem. I think it looks good. I can look at this for a week or 2. Let's create. This is the first one I made. Probably it will just start in Evening Star. In the inn. But let's find out. And let's see what kind of gear this iconic gets. Oh, never seen this one. What's this zone called? Let's just look ourselves up. Ooh, I'm looking for SthX. SthX is still... Ah, I'm in Sharn City. At the watch station. That's cool. So, technically, Sharn is already here. That's cool. I'm in the prison. Training dummies. Yeah. Let's talk to this guy. He seems like he has something to say. A thiefling, no less. You caused quite a stir last night. We see other fair share of tavern brawls here in Sharn, but that was one of the fiercest I've ever seen. You took a good hit on the heads at the end there. Had to lock you up in here till everything blew over. Well, so it seems I like to hit people, and other people like to hit me over the head. Let's do the UI thing. So /UI layout load and then the name you use to save it, which pops everything into place. I don't want to have bar training. I'll think on things. Exit to Stormreach. Excellent. No need to get out. Hey, there's Wipekin. Who's he talking to? That's the new crest. That's the boat to Sharn, probably. Once it gets released. So, first leveling. Let's do the leveling first. Ooh, and I need to make a new dance video for my AFK screens of my new character. Because I'll probably have to. What kind of dance does this make? Well, isn't that just fine? Probably. I'll make it from the back. And get that tail shake. Shake that tail. So, 4 artificial lives, 4 bard lives, 7 wizard lives. Now, I don't think the order is of any importance in this case. So let's just start by getting 1 of each. So we can't make a mistake while leveling. Getting a artificial life. There we go. Spellcraft. Of course, the UMD. Other things aren't really important, except perform. And let's just unlock all these. The search, disable, and open lock, because we're gonna use that one. Now, do I want conjure bolts? No, I don't, because I'm gonna get that from the Inquisitive. Cure light wounds, always useful. Throwing those things around, but it won't be useful in high level. But what the hey? Is there anything better? Nope. Let's get some healing done. Physical force damage once they infusion. Blah blah. I want to grab anything that gives damage on my weapon for every shot it takes. Electric damage. Nope. Shield of Faith. I'm gonna get Night Shield, so that's not. Some reflex saves and resistances. Not really useful. Okay. Conjure bolts. A Blizzard of Love. Enchant armor, enchant weapons. Resistances. Shield of Faith. Oh no. Let's just see if Static Shock is really anything. Worth anything. That's what I wanted to say. I already I'm gonna make an Inquisitive out of this with Eldritch Knight, and I already ran 1 Inquisitive life with 12 rogue levels and 6 ranger and 2 fighter. which was pretty fun after level 12. I made some videos on how the build was progressing. You can check that out on my YouTube or on the Twitch channel. I'm also trying to get to 50 followers, so if you find there's anything useful and you want to see more of DDO, just hit the follow button. That would be great, because I think Twitch will give you some pretty neat things you can use to promote your channel and be able to edit your videos better and stuff like that. Once you hit 50 followers, let me focus here. I was gonna get that. I'm gonna get a wizard. Let's get a wizard life, level, life, whatever. Yes, wizard. Now, here is where it gets interesting, because the skill points aren't really high on the levels. And I probably won't be able to just level up everything. So disable device is pretty obviously important, together with search. I need to find them first to be able to disable them. Now the other thing that I need to figure out is what the hell am I gonna take for my wizard? Wizard feats, because wizards get a bonus feat every 5 levels, so I'm gonna get 3 of those in total, 1 for the first level and then at level 5 and at level 10. But they are only arcane, so quicken spell seems to be obvious to use. Improved mental toughness for more XP. Empower and enlarge isn't gonna work at all, because all my damage will come from my crossbow. So I probably will be getting quicken and heighten and possibly extend. Extend spell. If you can get your holds and autos working, it's pretty handy to have extend, so you can be out of range while you mass hold them. So, did I decide already how many bard lives I was gonna take? Bards don't get the same spells, right? No. Anyway, man. Level 7 spells got me Autosphere's Dancing, Finger of Death, Old Person, Greater Teleport. That's worth more than one last check at the Bard. Sorry for the messy way of getting this live going. It usually isn't a good idea to just wing it like this, but it can be fun, and let's be honest, you can hash out and knock out a life in like a day or two. So if this fails miserably, I'll just TR into something else, or a better version. So, tier 4 Bard. I was gonna get Rune Arm, the 1d6 sonic damage, which isn't really anything. Improved destruction, which is, yeah. I'm going Bardic Inspiration at level 3, which is all I'm getting anyway. 3 Bard, that does it. I'm gonna go 3 Bard for Arti, which leaves 13 Wizzy, and 13 Wizzy gets me to level 7 spells, which include Mass Hold, Humans, and the Dancing Sphere. The life of any party. Party hardy? You know I'm right. So, mental toughness, summoning. Do I want to have enchantment, class feat, which I could also do? Or do I want a necromancy only to do that little finger once in a while? Well, let's just get precise shot because we need that to get improved precise shot. So that's a no-brainer. I could also throw in Sneak of Shadows to get some sneak attack, but it's a very slow casting thing. So I probably won't do that. Toughness, don't need it. There we are. Enlarge, expand, extend, empower healing, which isn't part of it. I can't get heightened spell at this point. I can get the mental toughness, but it doesn't really gonna bring me anything except some spell points, which I don't really, probably won't need with all the intelligence I'm gonna get. So it's really gonna be a hybrid build, this one. It's gonna be hard to get the right gear set up if you wanna really run this build, if it proves to be efficient. But I think there is some stuff you can get that really works. Hey, Reltech, thank you for following the channel, mate. Or lass. Not sure. Thank you for following the channel, anyway. Let's get Expeditious Retreats on my wizards and the jump spell. Mobility is key in most quests. I'm not either sometimes. Yeah, we all get that feeling sometimes, especially if you are projected into your gaming tune all the time. Let's see. It doesn't really matter what I choose, because I can get them later with scrolls and learn them. It's always nice to be lazy. I think the Sonic Blast is cool because you can destroy crates with it, and it also, just like the Fireball, works through doors and walls sometimes. So you can kill stuff without opening the gate. Oh, let's just get a buff. And I think, hold on, repair spells. Let's get a repair spell in there too. After that, I'm really not bothering. Yeah, if you are a wizard, only wizards can do this. You get a feat. Let me check. I got my level, so it should be in here now. Spellcasting? No. Meta magic? No. Oh, there it is. Inscribe Wizard Scroll. So if you go to the material vendor for your spells, it will sell materials to inscribe scrolls for each level. And you get a few of those, and you find yourself your scrolls of the spells you need. And you can learn them and put them into your spell book. And then you can change them out at every shrine or in the inn. yeah, that's probably why. And you can get any arcane spell in game. You can learn them, and you can just pick them out for the quest you are heading into. Very useful. So, back to my building, because that distracted me a bit. 3 bard levels for Artificer. So let's just get those done first. And then I can just get into the wizards and not look back. So, we're gonna alternate these. Because Artificer will give you a full point on your skill points into the disable device and the open lock stuff. So if I spread them out between my builds, it will be easier to get them to the maximized spot. So, not doing this at the moment. We're gonna go free Bard. Where's the Bard? Bards, there it is. Level as Bard. I want to have my intelligence. I want to get my diplomacy. Concentration isn't that interesting. I want to have my perform skill up. And I want my spellcraft to be maximized. Next to my... I've got a lot of things to level up. Next to my use magical device. Open lock and search. Hopefully with the intelligence I'm gonna get, this won't be a problem at higher levels, because now it's a bit odd. Now bards get the same type of spells as the wizards, so I have a few of those, and I took them on the wizard because buffs will last you as long as your level in minutes of that class. So my wizard's buffs will last me 12 minutes, as my bard buffs will only last me 3 minutes, but there is a minimum of 5 minutes. So these will only work for 5 minutes, which is not a problem if you use them situationally, like Featherfall or a Malfolk's Blessing for swimming. Remove fear is always cool. Featherfall we've got on items. Remove fear is a bit harder to come by. I'll get that one. And the third life level, and diplomacy. I always try to get the skills I get full points for, and then move on to other stuff I needed. Also, in every build I try to get 4 fumble. I will show you in a second why that is. That one, and I can put 2 in this one, and a few in search. Also be careful not to leave anything at a half a point, because it won't count for anything. Detect secret doors isn't really gonna work because it needs to scale up with your class level. And I've got my search, so... Well, let's get the blessing for swimming. Never gonna use it, probably. The fumble. If you got 4 points of fumble, let's check the skills. Fumble, fumble, fumble. There it is. I've got 7 at the moment. You can roll. You can roll like this, and you will be more limber, avoiding and evading things. If you don't have 4 fumble, you'll make a little small jump to the sides, and you'll only move like this much, not even like this. You should just move like this to get out of the way of something, and now you can just roll away. And it also makes the animation do a different thing. You become smaller, and if you get stuck between mobs because you pulled too many, you can roll away from them. And if you only do a little jump like this, you will get stuck even more. And there also are some abilities that will make you how do you call it? Like not material, immaterial, I guess. And you roll through things, and that's even better because you can just roll through the mobs and be done with it. So that's why I always get my 4 fumble. After that I'll just leave it. But I do that on every build I make. I've got my free bard. I said I need to spread out my artificial levels to get my skill points, so I'm gonna get a wizard, some more wizard stuff. So the wizard will max out my spellcraft without any problems. So when I take artificial levels, I can forgo on the spellcraft and put it into other stuff. I want my diplomacy to be on track. This one, well, the hide and the move silently, I can forget about those. My perform is important. And as you can see, I'll now have a problem with the half point mark. But in this case, I will be having plenty of other opportunities to get that on an even. Now we're on the next feat already, which means we are I'm at level 9 already? Ah no, it's 6. The level 6 feat. Improved precise shot. We've got the precise shot, we've got the point blank, so that's all going right and good. Right as rain. So improved range would be the thing to do now for the extra critical multiplier, but I don't have the, there it is, I need 8 base attack bonus, which is not even close. I think you can check it out here. It's at +2 because wizards just don't get a lot of attack bonus, so I might be looking at even level 18 before I get that one, which is not a good thing. So in that case, I'm gonna go for the ranged feats. Where are they? Martial weapons, meta magics, ranged. There we are. Well, quick draw I don't need because it's in the tree. I think the Eldritch Knight has it. Rapid shot is cool. You need to reload faster. Shot on the run we don't really need. Yes. Let me just check if artificial doesn't give that at a level 2. Rune arms, trap making. Ah, artificial also get a bonus feat, but it's probably the same list. No. Level 4 gives improved bludgeoning, improved critical range. Ah, nice. In that case, point blank, precise, rapid, two-handed fighting, weapon focus. In that case, let's just take the rapid shot now and take level 4 artificer at the moment that I get my 8 base attack bonus. That should be cool. Still level 1 spells. Let's just get a master's touch in there. And as I'm focusing on flame, I'll get some flame spells. The burning bolts. It's pretty cool because it has a large range, but my crossbows will also have a large range, so that's not really a problem. Advanced, next, let's just take another wizard. Wizard's gonna get my spell casts, diplomacy, disable device, and even out that one. Okay. Level 2 spells, that's better. Web is cool, especially if it's working. Scorching Rage, invisible. Now, Scorch. Because I'm a Thiefling, this is pretty important to this build. I'm a Thiefling, yes I am. Ah, damn it, it closed the other window. Improved Scorch. Oh no. Did I screw up already? Enthralling weapon. And this one doesn't have inscrewed. No, that's good to know. Flashing weapons. Ash. That's Ash. Ah, the iconic gets the dot. So I didn't say anything. I just need to adapt a bit. Let's just get that one and even out the search. Yes. Get myself a blur, which I won't be using anyway, but might be some party members that needs it. Invisibility, very powerful, especially in heroics. You can just walk by everything. Let's drop the blur because we all will be getting displacement, and web is really a cool spell to have in heroics, and it even works in epics later on too. Just don't want anyone in your party that's throwing fireballs in any way, because they will burn away the webs. This will be my 4th wizard life. I got 7 to spend, so after this one I'm gonna go to the artificer side. Diplomacy. I think I'm gonna max out my use magic device. Electric loop, glitter dust, and gust of winds. Also, you don't have to get the highest level once you can pick wizard spells. You can just pick one from a lower level too. You just are able to choose 2. Any 2. I'm gonna get myself my rune arm. Artificer. Next level. As you can see, we got a few more points at artificer levels, and it will only take 1 point to get 1 higher on these. So this is a good time to fill stuff up. There we go. And I'm at level 9. That last artificial level I will probably be getting at level 12. Or 15, I mean. So it synchronizes with my improved precise shot. So what am I gonna take now? Precision is pretty cool for a ranged. Weapon focus. I'm still not at base attack of 8, so won't be getting my criticals. Quick draw, don't need it. Weird. All out of luck. Let's go with the precision in that case. And I can get some repair light damage. Or resist energies. Whatever. I'm not really gonna use them anyway. Back to wizard levels. There we go. Advance at wizards. Max out spellcrafts. I think I'll do search and disable and use magic device before diplomacy in this case. And now I've got my extra class feat. And I can take my heighten spell. So let's get that one. So I've got quicken and heighten. And 3rd level spells. Displacement is always useful. Hold person is there. Rage. I thought Dimension Door would be among these, but I don't see it, so it's probably the next. I don't really need powerful spells, so I'm gonna take haste and displacement. The haste will make me fire my crossbow a lot faster and solves my running speed problem and stuff like that. And the displacement just gives you a concealment of 25%, which is always welcome. If you don't have clickies, it's very useful to have the spell. This will be my 6th. Let's just alternate between these now. So I'm gonna get another Artificer. And max out all my... Yes, can max out that one. Spellcraft is also... And diplomacy is out of the loop. Oh. I'm forgetting my perform skill, guys. I'm just dropping in 2 of these. One less on these. And I can even it out a bit. It's nice to be able to bypass some DRs. Elemental weapons. Your target currently equips has hit. Elemental choice. Item can have only 1 temporary item enhancement. Elemental weapons is nice, as I don't know if that scales with anything. And curative mixtures is cool too. I can always switch them out. I'm not too familiar with Artificer. So switch him out later if I am not happy with it, or if I discover there's something better to get. Intelligence. Disable device. Get my spell power or spellcraft, which adds to my spell power. Perform. Need the perform in this build, as it is used in the spells you get from the iconic Scoundrel. Hello new viewers, welcome. I'm just trying to wing a build here. Normally this process I'll do on DDO wiki and just write down everything I need for my build and that I want, and then I see how it's possible. And I like to multi-class and see how different things of the game synergize and work together. That's what keeps me interested in DDO after all these years, at least. Is this level 12 then? Yes, level 12. Still won't be able to get that. Now I'm really backed up on my base attack bonuses, which means I even hope to get it at level 18. It might take me all the way to epics. So what else is there to get? Skills. Well, there's another thing. If you ever think many shot is cool for your crossbow, it isn't, because it doesn't work with your crossbow. It only works with normal bows. I was hoping my ranger build would be able to use this, but it doesn't. So, don't need it now. I think I'll go for weapon focus then. Oh no, I know. Let's get insightful reflexes. Just to get my intelligence to reflex saves. This number would change after I get this level. Level 3 hold person could be cool to be able to cast. And repair serious damage. I want to get those repairs because I think Artificer can transform me into a robot, which would mean the repairs would be working. And I can self-heal a bit. Hypnotic pattern is cool. Ah, yes. Let's just get that Scorch spell, just in case. Now as a wizard you can't use all these spells, because you have to put them in your book to be able to use them. But they're there so you can put them in your book. As a sorcerer you only choose the spells the spells that you choose are the only spells you can use. That's what I wanted to say. Just so you know how that works. Open lock, I can live without open lock, because there are bells in this game that open anything. what I can't live without is search and disable device. There it is. They are all maxed out now. Now diplomacy isn't that interesting, but I do, for the purpose of this build, which is exploring the Scoundrel iconic, I'm gonna max out my perform. 1 point left, so let's put that in open lock, and this will be my 4th artificial level, which means I will be taking that live. And my BAP isn't. Nope, cancel. I really want to have that extra feat of the artificer when I can take my improved critical. So I'm gonna take my, for the extra feat to be really worth it, I'm gonna take my wizard level, last wizard level first. 12. I'm at level 12, this will be 13. I can take 8. Ah yeah, 8 wizards. Let's just take the 8 wizards now and then take the last artificer at the last level for the iconic. And then I'll have to gear this sucker up, which gonna take me some time, and I'm not gonna do that on the stream, because once I'll be playing I will just give a little review on what I did, because I need to switch a lot between my characters and get stuff out of the bank, or banks I should say. I want to max out my and alright, I'll just put it in perform. Level 4, there we go. Dimension door. Dimension door is one of the most useful things you can have if you are leveling quick. Because at the end of a quest you can pop the dimension door and get to the start and just pop out. And that means you don't have to kill all the trash, for example. Which is pretty useful. So if you can take dimension door, I advise you to do it. Now Phantasmal Killer is nice too, to clean up some stuff. Insta kill. And also Fire Shield is nice, but you can scroll, get scrolls to get your Fire Shield. So I think I'll take these two for the moment. There will be other opportunities to get the other quests, or just spells, or just learn them from scrolls, right? Now I'm hoping this level will get me to my base attack bonus of 8. I think fighters and rangers get you a +1 attack bonus, and then you've got the mid classes that will give you half an attack bonus per level, and wizards that aren't melee in any way won't be getting anything. I think they do like a quarter, 0.25. I'll just let me check it out. So warrior classes give 1 base attack bonus per level. That's barbarian, fighter, paladin and ranger levels. Then you've got your second best base attack bonus progression, which is 0.75. That's artificer. So artificer gives a bit more. Bard, cleric, druids, favorite soul, monk, rogue and warlocks. And then you've got your worst, which is wizards. And that gives half a base attack bonus per level. Sorcerers and wizards. So this should put me to 8. Let's see. I wanna max out that one, max out at least that one. Get my search up and get my use magic device up. And I've got 3 left, which will go into perform. I'm cutting it close with this one. So I said this one is nice, but we can scroll that, so it's not absolutely necessary. Remove curse can be done with pots. Don't need a spell of that. Death Aura will give us nothing, as I'm not going to the undead. I'm not going Pale Master on this build. At least I don't think so, and I don't think I have the points to put it in. But there isn't really anything else to get at the moment. Protection from energy, rage, why not? Also cool spells if you are meleeing or doing your damage in other ways than the wizards. Alrighty. That's 8 wizards. Now I need to get my Artificer. And lo and behold, I'm at the 8 base attack bonus. So that would mean I would be able to get my improved critical spell, but also as a bonus feat in this case. So I can take 2 feats at this point, but to get the improved precise shot I need 11 base attack bonus, which I won't get until 6 levels further, which could be a problem. Maybe I will never get to 11 base attack bonus, which mean I would never get improved precise shot, which would mean this build is pretty much gimped. But we'll see. I think it might only... I will be able to get it at 20 then. Let's just get this level done. We'll have a look into that, if it's even possible. Which would be really a shame if you can't get a wizard to 11 base attack bonus to get the improved precise shot. Would be weird. As you can see, I have points left over. I've got maxed out my most important ones already. So I can go perform and put a lot of points in there. There, maxed out my perform now too. So that's cool. Diplomacy can be a bit lower. It's not really a problem. Okay. The yellow ones are the feats that you can use for your bonus feat. Your class bonus feat and improved critical range. There we go. Well, that was efficient. Took a long time, but worth the wait. And then the other feat, which I'm really not sure of at the moment. Shuriken. What's the time? It's about dinner time too, so I'll just divide my points after this one, and then I'm gonna log and get some dinner started. Many shot, quick draws, Zen archery doesn't really matter. I might just go for toughness to get some extra survivability, some extra health, hit points, because or just the mental toughness. But I also will be having another bonus feat for the wizards in a few levels. At wizard level 10. Which means I could go for spell focused, like enchantment. Let's do that. Yes. Yeah. I already got my heightens and quicken. If I also got my enlarge from the bonus, I should be able to get my... Or... No. If I had a wizard past life, I would get the wizard past life, because it gives +1 to every spell you throw, and this just gives +1 to the school that you chose. I'm not gonna use necromancy a lot. Evocation isn't really my thing because I have other DPS ways to do it. English isn't my native language, sorry. Let's get the enhancement. Let's just go for it. Let's just go for it and cry later. Right. Curative mixtures are always nice to have. If you play Reaper like I do, it's very important to be able to heal. Heal, heal, heal. So that was the first 15 levels of the Iconic. I should be able to cast a few spells. There we go. Wizard spells. You need to slot them. Damn it. Artificial spells. Apparently you need to slot those too. So I'll do that later. If you hit Control R, you'll open up your enhancements. And as you can see, I have lots and lots and lots of them as I'm multi-classing. So let's just disable everything, because I can't see the woods through the trees, as they say. And see what I need for this build to work. So that's cleared out. Of course, I'm gonna go swashbuckling, but Eldritch Knight will be one of my main trees. Then, together with the Inquisitive tree, which will be my tier 5. Then I'll probably hit some swashbuckle. Swashbuckle. There we go. I think this is my main 4 trees, so I'm gonna test out this tree, because I'm gonna take all these, at least. Because these give me 1 sonic damage, 1d6 sonic damage on every hit. That scales with spell power. Hey, hey. There's a theme here. So I'm gonna get anything that gives extra damage on every hit that scales with spell power. In this case it's sonic spell power. And this one gives sonic spell power. And the other one gives sonic spell power. And these all get added next to each other. So it doesn't heighten, it just gets 3d6 at the end. Or 1d4, 1d6, 1d8 of sonic damage. And there should be something in here that synergizes my sneak and my... Yeah, there are also enhancement DCs in here too. My sneak and my... Oh, my sonic and my fire damage. You use your fire spell power in place of your sonic spell power if it's higher and vice versa. Now, sonic damage is pretty hard to get really high on, but fire damage, there's plenty of that. So that should synergize. So I'm planning to get a lot of the Thiefling Scoundrel tree too. I don't have a lot of, or any racial points, so might be a problem to get there. Now, I've got artis too, so let's see. Artis Battle Engineer, I think it is. It will give you weapon training for crossbows. And it also gets you your Endless Fugilage. So I might get that one together with the No Holds Barred, which is this one, which will net me another 10 ranger power. Ranged power. Alright. So War Chanter and Spell Scene, I'm not gonna touch that much. I think I'll spend my first points between these. So accept the first spending. I'm gonna go tier 5 for this one. So that's a no-brainer. I'm gonna get the dual shooters. Get the bolts. Just need one, as I've got enough spell points to use it. Then the laws on your side, very, very important. And we got the hit the streets, which is a diplomacy thingy. I think, where is it? Is it this one? Seeing, Quicken, Slippery Mind, I'm gonna get all the core stones, because they will stack the lawful damage, which is very important. I don't need skills. Observation is cool. The wands and scroll mastery is really handy. So let's just see how high we're gonna get this. Stop in the name. Target enemy diplomacy day 20 or be dazed. Well, never used that in my last life, so I'm not gonna get it now. This one is cool. We need to shoot first. No, we need the other one. Ask questions first and shoot later. The shoot later option will be a good attack. It's right here. It's 5 weapon damage and +2 to critical threat range and a +2 to the multiplier, which is a nice attack to have. Although the build is pretty much focused on flat damage, stacking up all the little bits of damage. Each stack of observation fortification bypass. Fortification bypass is equal to more damage. Then we can get a bit of intelligence. Get that one, get that one. Now get the shoot later. Inquisition style. Now here we're gonna get the swashbuckle wielding light crossbows. More laws on your side damage. Let's just get the intelligence. There we go. Which gets us to that 31 mark, which isn't really efficient, but it's what happens now. I could drop this one and get a bit more on the bolt conjuring, but it just gets cheaper by 10 points, so I'm not really bothered. No holds barred, very important. Then arresting assault. I didn't use this much. All enemies get minus 10 melee for 20 seconds and more vulnerable. In addition, nearby enemies must save diplomacy or be subjected to daze. I haven't seen this hit once in my past life, and I had a very high diplomacy, so I'm not gonna get that one. It's pretty much useless anyway, because after you attack them they will be moving again, so it's just like fascinate. And then temporary dodge and the improved dodge doesn't matter. Which path will I follow? Your damage dice with love on your side now deals d8s for everything. Okay. This one states 2 damage dice with law on your side. That's cool. 1 damage dice with law on your side. Damage from law on your side is now chaos damage, with non-chaotic creatures taking d8 of damage. I think I'm just gonna get the flat damage die. This should be the best option, I think. Alright. That's the Inquisitive tree. Now I want to combine it with all the other things. And I only have 17 points left. So am I gonna get these? Or am I gonna get these? Or am I gonna get the swashbuckler? The swashbuckler should be cool because the synergy with this. And there should be on tier 3. I'm gonna do an additional 6d6 sonic damage on critical. Oh, it's only on critical hits. I thought it was on everything. Just a second. Well, swashbuckler in the front of our thrown weapons. Anyway, that deals an additional d6d6 on critical hits. Only on critical hits. So I'm not gonna use that one. But if I want to swashbuckle, I'll probably gonna need the rune arm, and I'm gonna use the rune arm. I'm definitely gonna use a rune arm, but maybe I'll just drop the swashbuckle and get into the battle engineer instead and get some rune arm action going. And also get some extra action boosts, which is cool for your no holds barred. So let's check out the Scoundrel tree. Hellish Rebook. Enveloped in a cloak of infernal flame, you have a chance to deal fire damage to foes that strike you in the melee range. Enemies have a chance to take 1d10 fire damage, +1 per character level, max 30. Skills with fire spell power, so that gives me my fire spell power some use. Dazing the enemies, cool. Diplomacy and bluff, and intimidate. The resistance stuff, that's right there. +1 to trained in the art of fine weaponry. You have +1 hit to damage with the following weapons: short sword, rapier, hand axe, light crossbows. Now, if I'm gonna go swashbuckler, I'm gonna need to use light crossbows. Otherwise, I can go with heavy crossbows, which I imagine do a bit more damage. And a +1, +1. And a sneak attack die, which is always welcome. +1 enhancement disease while using dashing weapons. So I took my enhancement feat, enhanced spells, so that this should work pretty good. Should work pretty good. Now let's see, 3 orbs or staffs. Don't have a staff or an orb. Enemies. Obscuring darkness. It's pretty slow cast and it isn't really that useful. I think it's, if you stand on it, it's cool. I'm a ranged character, so I can stand on it a lot. But I'm planning to kill things pretty fast. What's the cooldown on this? 30 seconds. That's just way too long for a spell like this. So probably won't be using that. My resistance stuff. Cold resistance, electric acid. You can choose between the two. Fiendish ability attempts to turn your target into a burning ash. This acts similarly to flesh to stone. Oh, that's cool. That's on a perform skill again. So I'm happy that I got some perform skill. Your bardic ballad grants an additional +1 to attack and universal spell powers. Enhancements, +1 enhancement disease caster levels. That's nice. Sneak attack die. Enemies that attack you have 10% chance to be subjugated to fascinate. It's cool. You use your fire spell power in place of your sonic spell power if it's higher, and vice versa. Well, this is the only thing I really be wanting. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get anything at all. That's a first. So what I really want here is get the improved mage armor. Melee attacks won't help with a crossbow. And some health. Get some health and get the spell sword. Then get the boost for spell power, because it also will be boosting my ranged power, which is cool. Then this will give me some PRR. That one we need. This gives me double strike, universal spell power. In your hand you gain quick draw. There it is. Reducing the time between spells and weapon use. That's the one I wanted. And get the shield thingy. And then I only got 1 point left. Where to put it? Confirm criticals. I'm gonna get to this one. That's the important one to get, and I want to get this one. So that will make my spell sword die become D8 instead of D6. And this one will give me into spells and slots that can be affected by mathematics that have their range reduced, touch range. 30 spell power, 3 critical spell damage, and your base attack bonus will be equal to your character level. Now, this will help for the attacks, but it won't help for the feats. So it doesn't work on your feats BAP damage calculations. That's 9 at the moment, still need 2. Which 5 levels will probably get me just there. I might be able to get it on level 3 levels. Half. Yeah. In 3 levels, if it's on 9.5 now, in 3 levels I will be able to get my improved precise shot at level 18. So that's cool. So that doesn't work with your levels, BAP levels for feats. Just a little note. I think I'll keep it at this. This one gives me the crit multiplier, so I don't need the tier 5 crit multiplier from the Eldritch Knight. I just wanted to stack all the nifty universal spell power. Also because I will be running in Shiradi Epic Destiny later on. And if I ain't going for Swashbuckler, which is a real possibility because I don't have the points, I will be getting this one to medium proficiency armor. Armor proficiency for medium armor. Which would get me some more defensive. Defenses. Which get me some more defenses. Let's get tier 3 on that one too. To really get me going. There we go. Now let's see what enhancements did we get. Action boost. That's always nice to have. Ask questions first. This is already have that one. The Fiendish Alecario. That's the dots you get from being a scoundrel. Search Diplomacy, which is a defensive thing. Bluff I don't really have. We can fascinate some stuff, which I think does a roll for perform skill, and perform skill is based on charisma, so that won't be that high and probably won't be that effective. Let's check the perform skill real quick. Perform, yeah, it's a charisma based skill. There we go. Conjure bolts, always useful. Let's get us some bolts. There we go. Ooh. Every spell gets played on the fiddle on this character, so that's cool. Eldritch Knight Strike. That's a cleave. Doesn't work with my bow. Hit the streets, another diplomacy. Then we do improved mage armor and the improved shield. Pretty important. Loss on your side, which is a toggle to get the extra damage in. No holds barred, which is a really cool boost. Shoot later is a good attack. Then we have the spell swords, and I think I'm gonna use the fire version most, but I need to be able to switch if I encounter anything that has a tendency to die with another type of spell damage. There we go. And so that's what we got from the ability points. Now we have some feats to get. Colors of the Queen. Epic Past Life. Activate it. Then that one we can activate. Heroic Past Life. As you can see, only 5 done. Iconic Past Lives. I got my run fast button, which I really enjoy. And this will make me heal faster, and this is double strike. Yeah, only double strike. So let's get that make me heal faster for this build. Artificer rune arm use. Equipped rune arms. Cool. Let's activate that one. As you can see, artificers are also arcane casters and can inscribe scrolls. Get my iron defender. Very useful in game to get a valve or a lever and send them out there instead of doing it yourself and make the defender die instead of you. Fascinates, we had Bardic Inspiration. It's a little buff there. You can play the fiddle and hear it. Basic feats, shouldn't be anything in there. Defensive feats, I always slot it, I never really use it, but once you run Madstone and you get raged by the mobs in there, you can just hit the defensive fighting and you will lose the rage. Very useful. Insightful reflexes, cool. Martial, we've got precision. Activate, that's a toggle. And we've got the improved critical with ranged. It's cool. You can just use that. Quicken and heighten. Well, that's just on the spells here. You can quicken slash for free. So let's just do that. Anything that's faster, that's good. Let's see if we can heighten. Ah, we can quicken the Fiendish Arpeggio. There we go. That will possibly be it. Ah, precise shot gives us an archer's focus. Archer's focus, later on it will be improved precise shot. Archer's focus gives you more ranged power when you stand still. Improved precise shot will just shoot through everybody and damage them. And now I just only have damage to a 1, which isn't really a lot. Alright, so that's the build for now. Hope you find it useful. I've just been rambling on about the build and why I don't or do get stuff, and I've been winging it. Ah, the House of the Axe is doing something. They are twins, triplets. Maybe they are dual boxing, multi-boxing. Let's get back on track. He is. So I hope you find it useful and can do something with it. I'm just gonna get my ship buffs and jump into the cargo hold to get my spells set up. And as you can see, there's not a lot to choose, so let's just get these. The curative potions are pretty useful. You can throw them about anywhere, all over the quest, which is pretty far. There, putting it there. And what are we gonna get here? Conjure bolts, don't need that anymore. Those I don't need because I have a better version of it. I'll get the resist energy, resistance, and that one. Okay, resist and the loose resist. This will give you the option of 5 elemental resists, which is cool. I have the swimming option, remove fear. That's gonna be very useful. Now we need to expeditious retreat. We need to be able to jump. We need to be able to counter any magic missiles, which can kill you pretty fast. Shield will also be cancelling magic missiles, and I think this one will be cancelling magic missiles too, but we'll just be sure. And the shocking bolts for fun. Putting that one there, that one to the end. Making a little buff up sequence. There we go. And we have a pretty powerful spell right there that scales with the levels, so that's cool. Invisibility, I'm gonna use that one a lot. So spells that I use occasionally or have to hit mid-quest, I'll put on in this bar right here. And other spells that I use to buff up for a longer time, I'll just put in here. As you can see, we'll be there for 8 minutes. That one 12. Nice. Gust of wind, you can blow away clouds of the enemy. And glitter dust is really handy for those eyes you encounter once in a while. I'm gonna get Scorch just in case, and let's get Gust of Wind to blow away annoying clouds. Then we have displacement and haste. Those are going here. There we go. Rage. Rage is a nice boost, which gives you some HP. There you go. And protection from energy. Why not? I'm really gonna get buffed up pretty good. Well, doesn't really matter. We'll see. Then, as you can see, I only have 2 spells learned. One is the dimension door, and this one is gonna be pretty useful with the right gear. The phantasmal killer. So I can learn other scrolls to get my level 4 done. In our guilds, I don't know how it's in your guilds, we have a little chest where everyone is dropping in our scrolls all the time. And if you open it, there you go. There are a lot of spells in here. So, if somebody wants to run a wizard, they have access to all these scrolls to learn the spells they need. If you need other spells, you can go to the portable hole by teleporting. If you use the scrolls from the teleport scrolls, and there you can buy up to level 7 scrolls there for any quest or any spell you need, which is pretty useful. So that's what I do, and anything that I miss after that, I'll just check the guild chest. I put some stuff in here, but I'm not gonna use it on this one. I'll need to figure out what kind of gear I'm using. As I'm level 15, I can pretty much use anything from the heroics. And I will be running all the way up to level 30 with this build. Thanks for tuning in and sticking around. Hope you find it useful. Now I'm really gonna go because we're 30 minutes further and dinner still needs to be cooked. So thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you around and have a good evening. Bye bye.